Hey guys, welcome back. Professions in RavenQuest give a ton of silver and experience. In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know about the different professions and the best way to maximize your passive skills. Let's get straight into it. There's a huge variety of professions in RavenQuest. There are 12 in total, and it's usually recommended, especially at the start, to specialize in just a few of them. Trying to level all is very time consuming, and you'll be spreading your effort far too wide. The 12 professions are mining, woodcutting, farming, husbandry, blacksmithing, carpentry, weaving, cooking, breeding, herbalism, and alchemy. Each profession has their own passive skill trees, which can be located at the bottom right of the menu. 1 point is given for every 3 levels, and these passive skills provide a huge boost, so remember to always allocate them. Mining, woodcutting, and herbalism are professions under the gathering category. They work similar to each other, and you can find their nodes all over the open world. To level them up, you first need to find one of their nodes and then play the minigame to gather the materials. Wood can be found pretty much everywhere, but is most abundant in forests and woods. For starter areas, try Rona Woods, which is located to the right of Margrove, or you can also try Sechecho Island. For mining, you need to go underground, so try to look for locations at mines or hills that have an underground access. For starter areas, try Brandon Mines located near Barnsley or the Spore Swamp Mines. For the passive skills, you'll want to focus on getting the increased chance for bountiful harvest first, and then the increased experience skill after. Farming and husbandry are professions under the farmland category. This is because they can only be done on your land. Note that woodcutting and herbalism can also be done on your land by planting and harvesting their nodes. Farming and husbandry are 2 of the easiest professions to level, and you should always be maintaining an active countdown timer on your nodes. You can check the timers by clicking on the housing icon next to your minimap. You can also teleport your NFT land or to RavenQuest if you are using the community land to quickly get there. But remember, there is a cooldown timer whenever you use the teleport. To maximize your output, always make sure to do the affection or watering option before harvesting. Now for husbandry, you can choose to either gather or butcher the animal. Choosing one option will eliminate the other option, so keep that in mind when selecting. If you choose to gather, you can collect the resources 3 times before the node disappears and you'll have to replant them again. Now for the passive skills, you'll want to focus on getting the increased chance for bountiful harvest first, and then the increased experience skill after. Blacksmithing, carpentry, weaving, cooking, and alchemy all fall under the crafting category. Crafting professions all need the resources that you get from the gathering and farmland professions. To level up crafting, you'll first need to find the appropriate station. Stations are typically located in towns, with RavenQuest having all of the stations available. Once you get there, you need to play a minigame to craft your items. The minigame involves using your crafting skills to increase the progress meter until you fill it up completely. When you're crafting, you need to be aware of the condition of the item. It starts at normal condition but will drop to poor condition, which will provide less progress. Labor is needed to use your crafting skills, and if it drops to 0 before you fill up the progress meter, you would have failed to craft the item and your resources will be used up. For the passive skills, get the increased labor skill first, followed by the increased synthesis skill after. Up next is fishing. This is a more relaxed profession, but there are several points that you need to take note of. Fishing can only be done on a fishing node, which are usually found near the coast or in the ocean. To start fishing, you need a fishing rod and a fishing hook. Now these are given to you during the Raiding the Raiders quest, which you can get in Margrove. Once you've found a fishing node, simply right-click on the node to start fishing. Now similar to crafting, you will need to play a mini-game to catch the fish. The objective is to fill up the progress bar. You need to watch out for both the red and white bars when you're fishing. If they fill up or touch each other, you will lose the fish. Keep a lookout for buffs and debuffs which will appear when you're fishing, as they can either increase your progress bar quickly or increase the red and white bars quicker. Use the appropriate fishing skills when this happens to take advantage. It's important to note as well that all ocean areas are permanent PvP zones, so if you are fishing there, keep a lookout for other players who might be attacking you. For the passive skills, grab the skill that does more damage first and then the increased fish weight after. And lastly, we have breeding. Breeding is how you get higher level mowers. You need at least one male and one female mower to start the breeding process. The game gives you your first mower. To get a second one, you can either purchase it from the mower NPC in RavenQuest or buy it from other players in the marketplace. Breeding is a very time-consuming process. The mating phase takes 12 hours and then the hatching phase takes another 12 hours. Now during this period, you will need to feed your mowers and give medicine to the baby mower. After this, there's a 36-hour maturing period. You can feed the baby mower during this time to speed up the process. Each mower has a limited number of times which they can breed, and you can also mix and match different traits, with higher tier parents having a better chance to produce a higher tier offspring. For the passive skills, you want to get the increased maximum tier first, and then the decreased hatching time after. And that's all you need to know. Professions play a key role in RavenQuest and adds a very deep layer of gameplay that is closely tied to the economy of the game. Do let me know in the comments what profession interests you the most and what you have opted to specialize in. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.